Smoking, dude.
Hey guys, so I'm Shed Crazy, in case you don't know who I am. It's January 1st and we are on our way to, well, we're in Arizona. We were gonna go down here and hunt the over-the-counter deer hunt down here, but we just lost all our money on scratch-offs. So that's the video. Thanks guys.
It's a good time. We could go chase some deer. I'm gonna be a little bit picky on this hunt because if I kill a deer on this hunt, then it means I can't put in for coups, and coups are legit. But my little brother, Rocky, right here, what's up? He's never killed a deer with his bow. And I don't say that to show as an experience. I just say that to show the excitement level should be high for this trip for him, because he should get a chance to fling an arrow at a good buck, in theory. We're talking to Ben Sandman. He said there's a lot of snow down here, so we're gonna have to see what the situation's like where we usually hunt. Hopefully we'll be able to get into the areas that we've been into in the past. If not, we'll head south and get away from the snow. As always, it's gonna be a good time. Let's go have some fun. So we got out to where we're gonna hunt. It is about noon now, and we're gonna get all lined out here and go check. Way more snow out here than we anticipated. Knew there was gonna be snow. The roads were real ugly getting in here, so we're gonna see how it looks. I don't want to do that every day. We were planning on staying in town and then kind of coming back and forth out here, but it's pretty ugly. The roads are pretty bad, so we may have to either camp or go south. But we're gonna go check this spot. This is where I shot that deer a year ago, and see what it looks like, see if they're here and hanging around and rutting. If there's good deer activity, we'll hunt it, we'll figure it out. But that's the main thing, see if we can figure out where these bucks are at. But really only a few inches of snow, but the roads are really the bad thing. So we got our first buck of the trip found. Spotted embedded on the hillside across from where I shot my buck last year. He's like a 3-point or a 2x3 maybe, which that gets me excited. You guys know my history with 2x3s. But there's some other deer above him too, so we're just gonna kind of sit back and watch and see what's moving and how we would go about making a move on a deer there. Rocky's never killed a deer with his bow, and he's already getting a little excited. So there'd be nothing wrong with shooting that deer, having it for your first archery buck for him. So we'll kind of sit here and see what kind of a play develops and what other deer show up. Pretty good though to find one right off the bat. We were kind of sketched out because we weren't seeing hardly any deer tracks at all. So Rocky decided he's gonna go put a move on this deer. It's kind of a gamble because we don't know what else is there as far as other deer. We've been sitting here watching them for probably 30 minutes. He's looping around right now on the deer. I'm gonna kind of sit back where I can see what's going on and just watch and see if I can get eyes on the other deer that are in there with this one, and see if there's a bigger buck there. If they bump out of there, at least we'll know what's there, you know. That's kind of the plan as of right now. He's gonna work his way kind of around this rim right here. The buck's over on that hill. We'll see what happens. Rocky's right there. Buck's right there. So cold. There they go. One's still standing right there. I haven't seen the buck come out yet. They don't really know what's going on. Rocky's right here. He's still kind of moving up on him, but I don't know if he saw that buck bust or not. They're kind of just heading up out now. I'm gonna see if I can get glass. See if I can get eyes on that buck. Looks like the deer just busted out. Rocky walked out about 60 yards below him. And he kind of came in the open to readjust and see where he was. And I guess the deer busted him. He kind of had him pinned for a little while. The snow's so crunchy, makes it so hard to stalk on. But swing and a miss, one down. I'm gonna see if we can see what else is there now that these deer are moving. Man, it's so windy and cold. We just found some more deer and some elk, and we're gonna go see what the deer are. Thought you should know. where these deer were, and found a bunch of elk. I think we jumped the deer too. They were right in there together. I couldn't tell. It was kind of chaotic there for a second, but we got, you know, 30 elk or 40 elk on the hill across from us. No bulls though. All right, so this is day 2 of this hunt. We drove an hour and a half or so, got down out of the snow, got to a glassing point, and right away Rocky glassed up a little buck, and he's gonna go try to put a move on him, and I can see him from over here where I'm at, so I'm gonna try to film the thing from like the side angle. So got the camera gear. Let's go see if we can get a good angle, see him put a move on this little buck. I don't even think he wants to shoot it. He just wants to try stalking it and see how close he can get. See how tall his horns are. Well, let's go see if we can put a smack on him. Shoot from here.
Oh, okay. We didn't bring the rifles, or else I would.
He's weird, huh?
I can't decide whether to like.
He's goofy.
He looks like a baby.
Oh no, dude, he's all mature. Oh, he's for sure a baby. He's just weird looking, you know?
Yeah. Really good. His freaking ears are all huge, Mongo.
Yeah, he looks goofy.
His ears are freaking huge.
He's got trophy ears, dude. That's a desert deer. I mean, that's what they look like. He will be delicious.
If he doesn't have some sort of genetic disease.
He's gonna hear you coming, dude. Just wait, he's just gonna walk down here. His ears, dude. Like, you guys ever seen Dumbo?
I can't believe how freaking. Oh my god.
Dude, he's a freak. He's cool, man. He's goofy, man. He's cool, and he's coming this way.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go over there and just like see if I can't set up where he's gonna drop. And just cut him off rather than try and go to him. Go kill him.
Alright, do it. Okay. If you decide you can't pull it off, let me know and I'll kill him. Okay. That deer is locked on Rocky. Rocky's been going for like 5 minutes, baby. He's locked on. I'm afraid this is not going to end well. But probably it's going to end really well, because that's not a very big deer. Dumbo the deer. So that buck went up and over the top right there. I tried to get him on camera, but I was too slow. Just went behind those trees, and Rocky's down below somewhere. Give him the old phone call, tell him to come on back. So we found this buck. He's got 4 on the one side. He's actually a pretty decent deer, just not like real old or anything, but his 4 side's okay, and then his other side is totally almost busted at right at the fork of the main beam. But probably the best deer we've seen this trip. And he's just, I mean, Rocky's back here with me now, and this deer is like right where Rocky just came from. Just hilarious, but
Not that funny.
I think it's kind of funny. You gonna try it?
Yeah, I am.
Alright.
I just don't.
Maybe he's not even busted. He might just have a freaky side. Got the video going right here. Looks sore, huh?
Yeah, it looks like he's been fighting. His front right leg looks jacked up.
Oh, he's got a busted front rib. He's got a busted front leg.
Means he can't run very fast.
His leg's jacked. I bet that's why his antler's jacked. Probably not even broken, just an injury. Well, we'll sit back here and see if we can give you a play-by-play. So we're debating what Rocky's gonna do here. Like, got this other buck, this busted 4-point. There's water right below him, and I think that deer's on his way to water. He's just kind of feeding around, and eventually he'll turn his head downhill and go to water. I think Rocky can get back to the water without bumping him. So maybe, oh look, I got a chip in my beard. Anyway, we think that he can get back to the water without bumping him, so maybe he'll try that and see if the deer comes to the water.
As you can see, it's almost dark. So I'm going down. He's got maybe 20 minutes to get up to where he's at and see if we can get a shot in him. It's a long odds thing. The does are still right there by the buck, so we'll see. But
well, that was cool. Rocky got in close, got to 60, took a shot over his back, and then the deer jumped up and he got another shot, and he shot over him, shot under him, don't know, missed him both times. And the buck kind of has a bum leg. He was moving up the hill kind of slow, wasn't really running, you know. So we're just gonna get out of here, and we'll try him again in the morning. I think we could find this deer again and probably get another chance at him, but he's a cool buck, and it was fun to watch it all go down. I'm like yelling my spotting scope, like, oh, he's still bedded, he's still bedded. But it got too dark for the big camera, so even getting too dark for this camera here. Away she goes. Come on, baby. Wow. I guess that's a good way to end as any. Good night, you guys. Good morning from balmy Arizona. It's pretty warm, actually. It's nice. So we're back in the same area we were in last night, but we did bring the Sandman, old Killer Ben sandal. Oh. And what, you want to say something in my video?
Yeah, I do want to say something.
All right, what are you going to say in my movie?
This is going to be unlike any other hunt that any of us have ever experienced in our lives.
Statistically, that's probably true.
It is, yeah. It's going to be. So, pay attention to what's going to happen, because something crazy is going to go down today.
You heard it there from the mouth of Ben Sandal. So Rocky put a stock on a buck here last night, as you guys saw, and we're gonna see if we can turn him back up again, and maybe get another move on him, look for some more deer. There's quite a few deer in this area, so it should be a action-packed, fun day. So buckle up your backpacks, let's go. So we got up to a little glassing point, glassed across, and I glassed up some deer. I was the first one to glass them, and I saw a good buck in there. How good was he again?
I don't know, like 2 point?
Yeah, he's like a 2 point, maybe a 3 point. I remember that from when I saw him. And we also glassed up 6 coyotes, and heard a bunch more, and some antelope, and some beef. Ben found some beef cows, and he was like all excited. I found cows. I was like, cool, you found something. But anyway, we're gonna go see if we can put a stock on this 2 point for Rocky, because he's about that life, and if he misses, I'll probably follow up. So we got a buck to chase. Let's go see what happens.
Smoke him, dude. Sick bait. Dang, there's a lot of deer right there, huh? Like 10. Dang, dude, there's like 40 deer right there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's a buck. 20, at least 20 of those, I guess. There's the buck just running behind them all. Not a bad buck. It's not real big or anything, but that's a different buck than what we just saw. Is it? Yeah, he's like he's just a lousy genetic buck, huh? I'm gonna go put a move on this big buck. It's gonna be a desperation type play. We're gonna try it and see what happens. Dang javelina, dude. Freaking first javelina we see of the trip. Busts him. He's just gonna chill over there and be patient. It'll be gold. Oh, is he drawn? He's drawn, dude. Oh. He's not freaking close, dude. Not freaking close. He's at full draw on him, but he keeps going out to this point and then keeps trying to get back in front of Ben. So Ben was at full draw on him right there. But he keeps going to this point and then keeps cutting back in front of Ben. Oh my gosh, you guys. That was so close. I snuck and crawled into about 100 yards and they kind of bumped, and I picked up rocks and started banging them together. Kind of sounded like rattling horns. And a 2-point came right to me. Had him at 40 yards, could have smoked him, didn't want him. And then the big buck followed him back. But all the does came with him. I ranged him at 54 yards. Got to my knees. When I drew, they busted me. And he stood there longer than the does. I almost had my pin settled. I would have sent it, but that was so close. That was such a big buck. Big old wide 4-point. Man, that was fun. How's that for the end of a beautiful day? Man, absolutely gorgeous. Whew, had a fun day. Saw a lot of deer. Ended up getting into a good handful. Finally finding one I wanted to put a stock on it. Got pretty dang close. I guess Ben glassed another big buck right at dark. Put it across, and there was probably like 50 to 60 deer in this little canyon where this water runs through. So I think we'll be back next week. Seth from Canvas Cutter wants to come out here. We might try this spot again. A lot of deer to chase, that's always fun.